My sister slept with my fiance 3 weeks before my wedding, then tried to blame it on true love. I didn't cry, I didn't beg, I didn't even argue. I made her watch the guy she obsessed over choose me instead. My sister had been pulling the same stunt since she turned 21. She'd latch onto some guy, get rejected, then use it as an excuse to ruin everyone else's happiness. "You don't understand my trauma," was basically her catchphrase. The second anyone else smiled, she got hungry to take it. She didn't want love, she wanted control. I'd seen her do it to her best friend. One sleepover turned into secret good morning texts from the boyfriend. When she got caught, she cried and whispered, "He feels like my soulmate." Our family comforted her like she'd been wronged. The friend never spoke to her again. She tried it again at our cousin's engagement party. She got tipsy and cornered the groom, telling him he reminded her of someone special. When he shoved her away, she ran to our mom, sobbing about how happy couples triggered her. Mom bought her a spa day like she deserved a medal. That was the moment I realized my sister didn't need help, she needed consequences. So when I met Ryan, I played defense. I kept him away from my family and blocked my sister on social media. For 2 years, it worked, and we got engaged with a small wedding planned. Then I mentioned it at my mom's birthday dinner, and my sister's eyes lit up. She hugged me and purred, "When do I get to meet him?" A week later, Ryan showed me his phone, laughing. My sister had found him with a fake account and was sending flirty messages. He promised he blocked her, and I wanted to believe him. 3 weeks before the wedding, I got the flu, the kind that makes your bones ache. Ryan said he had a golf tournament with his brother, and I stayed home shivering. That afternoon, my friend texted me, "Why is Ryan's car parked at your sister's apartment?" I drove there with a fever and a sinking feeling. My sister had given me a spare key for emergencies. I used it, and the lock clicked like a countdown. The door opened. I saw Ryan on her couch, half-dressed, like he belonged there. My sister was curled against him, her head in his lap, his hand in her hair. They didn't jump apart. They didn't panic. They looked comfortable. My sister lifted her eyes to me and whispered, "I'm so sorry. He just reminds me of Ethan." Ryan didn't stand. He didn't say my name. He just stared like I'd interrupted a movie. I turned around and walked out before I threw up on her rug. Ryan blew up my phone with excuses, but I texted back once. "You went from laughing at her DMs to sleeping with her." Then I blocked him everywhere. My wedding was over, but my sister kept calling like I owed her forgiveness. "You know I'm fragile," she sobbed. "You don't understand real love." That's when I stopped being nice, because Ethan was real. Her one true love was a guy she hooked up with once in college, and she'd used his name like a weapon for years. I'd followed Ethan online through mutual friends, so I messaged him the truth. My sister ruined my wedding and hid behind his name. He replied fast, "Is this Mia, the girl who showed up at my mom's house pretending to be my girlfriend?" I had to get a restraining order. Then he added, "Tell me what you need." We met for coffee, and he was calm, kind, and honestly attractive. We traded Mia horror stories, and the revenge plan wrote itself. I started posting tiny hints: his dog at my park, a therapy book on my table, a watch in the corner of a photo, never his face, never proof, just enough to make her spiral. My sister melted down within hours, screaming about betrayal and sister loyalty. I answered once, "Now I get it. He was never yours." Here's the twist I didn't expect. Ethan and I actually liked each other. The revenge started as a joke, then turned into real dinners, real laughter, and real peace. Christmas dinner was my favorite part. I brought Ethan to my parents' house, and my sister went stiff like a statue. She locked herself in the bathroom for hours, wailing like somebody died. When she finally came out, she threw a gravy boat at his head. My mom stood up, pointed at the door, and said, "Enough, leave." 6 months later, Ethan and I spent a weekend at his family's cabin, the same one she'd tried to crash years ago. On the way home, we mailed her a postcard. Mountains, snow, no message. She didn't need one. She never called again.